there. This is Easy English Joy, and welcome back for a more learning exercise. Must versus have to slash has to. For this exercise, we are going to fill in the blanks with the appropriate affirmative or negative forms of must or have to slash has to complete the sentence correctly. Let's begin. The correct answer is must. It expresses a strong recommendation here. It's raining outside. Jim must take his umbrella. Don't have to indicate that buying a new car is not necessary because you can use the speaker's car. I can give you my car so you don't have to buy a new one. Don't have to is correct because it means there's no need for them to be in a hurry. They don't have to be in a hurry because they have more than enough time. Have to is used to indicate the external obligation to stop at the red light as a traffic rule. You have to stop at the red light. Don't have to indicate getting up early is optional on Sunday. Tomorrow is Sunday. You don't have to get up early. The use of must is appropriate because it conveys a strong recommendation or necessity based on Mrs. Park's condition. Has to can also be used to express obligation when necessity, but it tends to emphasize external requirements or rules rather than personal recommendation or need. Mrs. Parks can see very well. She must wear glasses. Or Mrs. Parks can't see very well. She has to wear glasses. Number seven, we use must to indicate the personal obligation to return the items because they don't fit. You must return them. They are too small for you. In this sentence, we have to is more suitable because it suggests practical necessity driven by external circumstances for lack of money to buy a car. I am broke. I have to borrow some money to buy a car. Must is used to emphasize the strong recommendation to stop smoking. You must stop smoking. It is very harmful. Has to is the correct choice because having a passport is the requirement for international travel. Mr. Dixon is traveling abroad this summer, so he has to get his passport soon. Have to indicate for all the requirements to follow the school rules. All the students have to obey the school rules. Must emphasizes the strong recommendation of taking a cab. Mustn't indicate the prohibition of looking at their notes during the test. Must emphasizes the personal need of leaving early due to a severe headache. Have to indicate the external necessity of staying due to a blocked road. Have to is used because the museum is an external factor, is closed today. Mustn't is the correct choice to express prohibition when a sentence is in a negative form. In summary, must is often associated with personal choice and strong recommendation. Have to with external obligation and requirements, and mustn't with strict prohibition. The choice between these depends on the context and the nature of the obligation or prohibition. Now, is the word mustn't actually used in the Americans? The answer is yes, it's used in American English, but it is relatively less common than can or shouldn't, one expressing a prohibition or restriction. Mustn't is understood and grammatically correct, but it might not be as frequently used in everyday speech as can or shouldn't. For example, instead of saying, you mustn't park here, many Americans would say, you can park here or you shouldn't park here to convey the same message. However, in many other parts of the world, including including British or Australian English, mustn't is more commonly used to express prohibition or to convey that something isn't allowed. For example, in British English, you might commonly hear sentence like, you mustn't smoke in this area to indicate that smoking is not permitted. And that concludes today's session. That's all for this exercise about must versus have to slash has to. Thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to Easy English Joy for more content like this. Bye and see you next time.